Alright, so today I'm showing you how to install Ubuntu version 20.10 on your computer. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to flash the drive, so you can download the ISO basically on the internet. You can get the ISO from ubuntu.com, and then you use Etcher and you burn it to your USB. I have a tutorial on how you can use Etcher, which is pretty useful. And once you've done that, make sure that you've set USB boot priority to first, or just select it in your boot menu. You can hit the F2 key, probably delete or F2 are common BIOS keys. You might have to look it up for your individual laptop OEM, because each different model of laptop has a different key. So do a little bit of research on that. And your boot menu is usually going to be F12. Now you've done that, insert your USB and start up your computer and select your USB from the boot menu, or if you've set the USB priority to first, you already have the it booting into the USB. So I'm just gonna restart. The USB is in this virtual machine. It'll be roughly the same for a real machine. Now you most likely will get something that says grub over here. You won't get a cursor like I do though. Hit enter for Ubuntu. And it will just do the Ubuntu logo over here. Yep. Alright, so your system is just doing its things. Just let it do what it has to do. And yeah, here we are. My scaling is a little bit weird, but you'll get like a startup sound, dun 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 dun, sort of thing of here. And you get the install. So you can do two things. You can click try Ubuntu, which it's pretty obvious, or you can click install Ubuntu. Now I recommend, if you've already made your decision, click install Ubuntu, and it will just do it. So the first thing you want to do is choose your language. I know my language. And then we've got normal and minimal installation. So minimal is probably if you have an old laptop and you're installing Ubuntu. I mean, you could install lighter versions of it, but if you're just installing main, probably go for a minimal, and that will also be quicker. So I would do that for this video, just to make it easier. But you can also do normal, which will install like LibreOffice, some games like, I don't know, Minesweeper, and some media player stuff. And then you can also just select download updates while installing Ubuntu, which saves time later, of course. So we'll just continue it, and we're just gonna go through the installer. Okay, so we're getting a loading. Sign here, and I'll just let it do its loading. Yeah, so our next option, we can erase the disk and install Ubuntu, or pick something else, which means we dual boot Ubuntu. So if I click continue here, currently I have no OS installed anyway, but if you've got Windows, you should see a partition there. What you can do is you can shrink Windows, and then you can make space for Ubuntu in a new partition of your hard drive, so it will treat it like two different ones. but I will just erase the disk for this install. Let's just continue. Now we choose our location. In my case, it's Adelaide. Now we basically just do this setup utility, and it comprises of my name, Austin, and then you can just choose your username. This is always lowercase, you can't do uppercase. Yeah, just because that's how Linux works. Same for Mac. And you can choose a password. 1. My password will just be 1. Continue. Now it's just copying the files from the USB. You can click the down arrow. This has a lot of history too. The history is it started off as an operating system which was like they wanted anyone to just add to it, and it could be installed from anyone. So that is really inspirational. Like, you could do anything with Ubuntu, and the philosophy was really good in the early days, and it still is strong today. Right, our installation has been complete, and we need to restart this computer. Alright then. So we have to remove an installation medium, devices, optical drives. There isn't one anymore. Yep, we can just restart. No problem. And we're in to Ubuntu. So yeah, we're just starting up the machine. Okay, I'll be with you on the other side. Alright, so I just got a black screen after that, and then this just popped up. So you can connect your online accounts here, and yeah, basically you just sign in. I'm just gonna yep. Okay, these are just some final installer things. I don't know, turn on location services. What can they do with it anyway? Like, I don't care if they know my information. I mean, it's just an operating system. Anyway, so you got Firefox as your default browser. You can install more, and of course you can go right click and go to settings, which I think you should do, because then you can go to screen display. You can probably, yeah, you can up your resolution to this, apply it, and there we go. Keep the changes. Yeah, and here we are. So we're in Ubuntu now. It's fully working, completely everything, and there we go. So hope you guys found this useful, and consider liking the video. Bye.